Sometimes I forget how thrilling it can be to walk into a movie knowing absolutely nothing. No trailers, no cast list, no genre tags, just a director's name and a theater seat. And the first time I experienced that in 2025 was at Fantastic Fest, when I blindly walked into the world premiere of Ryan Prows' newest film, Night Patrol. That's it, that's all I knew. And honestly, if you've ever needed a reminder that going in cold can be a blessing, this movie is it. Because within minutes, Night Patrol grabs you by the throat. It starts with a strangely tender moment, a quiet emotional spark before it savagely ruptures into violence. We meet Wazzy, played with raw intensity by Cyler, a young Crip trying to keep a forbidden romance alive with the sister of a top-ranking blood. It's modern-day Romeo and Juliet energy, or at least it seems like it. Moments later, he's rejected, heartbroken, confused, and before he can even breathe through the disappointment, police descend on them. What looks like a rookie cop initiation ritual ends with a horrifying execution disguised as an accident. Hawkins, played by Justin Long, kills Waze's girl as Wazzy flees. That's the moment I realized Night Patrol isn't just a crime drama. It's a story about family, legacy, loyalty, and the dangerous ghosts we inherit whether we want them or not. Hawkins isn't just any cop, he's the son of one of the founding members of the Night Patrol, an elite police task force mythologized as urban warriors fighting gang crime. Except the truth is uglier. They're a mostly white, self-righteous militia who murder random black residents and frame the crimes as gang violence. The script, written by Prows, Tim Cairo, Jake Gibson, and Shayok Bonner, dives straight into the rot beating under the badge. And the tension tightens when we learn Waze's estranged brother, Car Jermaine Fowler, is Hawkins' partner. That dynamic is explosive on its own. But when Wazzy tries to tell Car that his girlfriend was murdered by police, the secret reaches the Night Patrol and suddenly Wazzy becomes their next target. Their mother, played brilliantly by Nikki Mikos, adds a bizarre magnetic layer. A doomsday conspiracy theorist convinced the people in charge are lizard people, demons, and worse. Everyone in the neighborhood laughs her off. But the unsettling part, she may not be wrong. She raised her sons to recognize beyond human evil hiding behind human faces. They rejected it growing up, but the lessons never fully left. And here's where things get wild. The poster and trailer spoil a twist that I'm glad I didn't know. What starts as a gritty social thriller, white cops hunting black civilians, mutates into something entirely supernatural. Something monstrous, something not human, and when Hawkins and the Night Patrol reveal what they really are, the entire movie shifts genres in an instant. It sounds insane, and it is, but it works. As supernatural horrors emerge, Wazzy and his mother forge an unlikely alliance between the Crips and the Bloods, temporary peace forged for survival, not pride. Suddenly, the gang war becomes a war for humanity. Allies become threats, enemies become protectors, and the lines between hero and villain violently redraw themselves across every scene. A lot of people will compare this film to Sinners, especially because both films yank the audience from one genre to another halfway through. But here's the difference. Night Patrol wants to shock you out of complacency. It dares you to recalibrate your entire viewing experience. One moment you're watching cops abuse power. The next you're watching literal monsters devour their victims. It forces you to recognize that sometimes the everyday horrors of systemic racism are more terrifying than any supernatural creature. And somehow, that blend doesn't feel ridiculous, it feels razor sharp. What really sells it are the performances. Cyler gives one of his most grounded, emotionally charged roles to date. Nikki Mikos steals every frame, bringing warmth, fear, humor, and righteous fury. Justin Long, against all expectations, absolutely commits to a character who is simultaneously pathetic, cartoonishly evil, and chillingly believable. The film's action sequences are chaotic, stylish, and brutal. The supernatural transformation scenes are grotesque and shocking in all the right ways. And the social commentary hits hard, never subtle, always intentional. By the time the climax arrives, Night Patrol feels like a full-on cultural exorcism. Black characters using both modern ingenuity and ancestral knowledge to fight evil resonates in a way most horror movies never reach. When the credits rolled, I sat there thinking, people are not ready for the conversations this movie is about to start, and that's exactly why this movie rules. Night Patrol hits theaters on January 16, 2026, before streaming on Shudder. Trust me, you're going to want to be part of the first wave of people who see this one. And hey, if you're still watching this breakdown, hit the like button so I know you're vibing with these deep dives, because we're just getting started. Stick around, we've got way more to talk about.